If you don't know a dog that loves to be so playful yet so feisty at the same time, then you don't know a dachshund. My goal here today is to inform you not only as to how such a small dog can be so feisty, but also how they can be so good for you to adopt. Not only have I done my research, but as I have proven, I also have experienced these dogs firsthand, and ever since I've been little, for as long as I can remember, we've always had one in the family. First I'm going to start with a brief overview of the breed. Then I'm going to go into the history of the breed, where it started and everything like that. And then I'm going to finish with the characteristics of these dogs and what makes them them. So first, dachshunds come in 3 coats. They come in wire hair, smooth hair, and long haired. They also come in various colors, such as black, tan, red, chocolate, beige, and also blue. They also have various markings such as dapple, piebald, brindle, and sable. They also come in 2 available sizes, which are standard, which is over 11 pounds, and miniature, which is under 11 pounds. Over in Germany, they also have another size called a tweenie, which is in between 8 and 11 pounds. So that's also where they originated, in Germany. In the 17th century, they started as a 17th century hunting dog, which they get from their name, which das means badger, and Hund means dog, so therefore they are badger dogs, and that's what they are bred for. They also were used to hunt foxes and also wild boar when they were in packs. They first came over to America in 1885, and then 10 years later is when they started the Dachshund Club of America. Their popularity started to increase as they were brought over, and it only got even better in the 1900s. Up until World War I, the owners of the Dachshunds at that point were called traders because they believed that, obviously they were German dogs, so the Americans didn't like that very much. So they even called the owners traders and sometimes even stoned the dogs to death. Popularity also increased after World War I because they weren't seen as a threat anymore to the Americans. So they started bringing them back as breeders adopted more dogs directly from Germany. They also had the same issue pop up during World War II. They kind of thought about it again, but it definitely wasn't nearly as bad as it was the first time around. After that, up until the 1950s, the Dachshunds became one of the most popular family dogs, and actually still to this day they're still at the top of the list. There are many reasons why Americans love Dachshunds, and one of those reasons is because they're so playful. Along with being a playful lap dog, Dachshunds tend to follow you around wherever you go, which I can speak for firsthand. They also tend to bond with one specific person more than everyone else. Despite their small size, Dachshunds also tend to be very territorial and have a rather loud bark for a very small dog, and that's only so that way the hunters could hear them when they were in the holes, when they were chasing the badgers. Dachshunds also tend to be very stubborn, which goes right along with being very territorial. They like what they like and they don't want to get rid of anything. Because of their hunting dog nature, they also tend to dig very often, so if you don't have a designated area in your yard for them, you should probably put a fence up so you can do that. Now that we've learned the facts about the Dachshund, think to yourself, would you be ready to own one? I consider them basically a miniature version of a big dog, just because that's how they are and that's their mentality. As we learned, Dachshunds are also very clever, lively, and courageous to the point of rashness, which means their adventure spirit tends to take them a little bit too far. Although Dachshunds may have been more exploring than other breeds, they still make as great family dogs. If they're introduced to children and other dogs young, they get along very well throughout their life. You may be thinking, well, they are small dogs, chances are they're going to be good for families. Well, that's not always the case, as Chihuahuas really love to eat shoes, so would not recommend that. In all seriousness, my personal experiences and research have led me to believe that Dachshunds are great family dogs and that they would be great for any family, whether you're considering getting another dog, just getting a puppy, or you just have kids or anything like that. And yeah, I would recommend getting a Dachshund.